Maybe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pure Evil MMA. I'm your host, as always, Evil Eddie, and it is Sunday. It's been a crazy week. We had a little while without any MMA fights. However, last night, UFC went down in Brooklyn, and today, we are joined by no other than our good friend, Misfit Ferea. What's going on, Misfit? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. I mean, last night was amazing. Were you able to catch any of the fights that went down last night?
I watched a few. I had to work, so I seen the highlights.
So, let me ask you this though: even if you didn't watch any of the fights, as a woman, how did you feel about Greg Hardy being on the same card as Rachel OSTOVICH? Because you actually fought Rachel OSTOVICH before in the past. You got the win. So how did you feel about this? Having Greg Hardy on the same card as her.
I think it's crazy that they even allow someone like that. I know back in the day, maybe he wasn't charged or something, but I know that they're not allowed. There was a stipulation that if you had domestic violence or something like that, that you weren't able to get into the UFC. I don't know if they've changed that, but I think it's crazy.
Yeah, like I understand people being like, give him a second shot. He does. Everyone deserves a second chance, but it's really hard for me, and it's got to be hard for a lot of women out there to praise somebody for being violent. In my opinion, it really doesn't make the sport look that good.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the way that they make certain exceptions for certain athletes. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, and I don't know. There's a lot of people that are good and do what they're supposed to and deserve a chance over some dude. And he's not. Look at him. The dude needs someone in the head when he was on the ground. Like, hello, he's not even a pro status. He's not elite status to even be in the UFC. Like, it's so stupid. Like all the way around, you know.
And then you got people like Cowboy Cerrone on the prelims, and then you have Hardy in the co-main event. It's absolutely crazy. So I had to ask how you felt about that. Did you think it was a good idea for Rachel to even take this fight, going, after everything that had happened to her?
Well, I think the best thing to do is to move on and try to excel and succeed to erase the negative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it was a good idea for her to take it. You know, you have to. Everything happens in everybody's lives, no matter what stage you are or what level of competition. You're always going to have bullshit that happens. So you have to push through no matter what and find a way to make it. And I think it's a good thing because either it makes you or breaks you, pretty much. And she's going to have to dig deep and pull herself because she's had two back-to-back, like, big things happen to her that are bad, that she's going to have to, find her real warrior strength, and pull through. But I wish her the best, and, she'll come back from this.
So like I said, you actually fought her before in the past. What kind of a person is Rachel? Is she a sweetheart? Or what did you think of her after your fight with her?
Yeah, she was cool. I mean, she was respectful in her loss and sweet to me. We even seen each other at the UFC tryouts too. We both were there for the tryouts. She was sweet, she wasn't disrespectful at all, nothing like that. She was a nice girl, from what I know. But I've heard differently, but I can't judge something I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know people that know her personally from Hawaii that don't feel that same way about her, but honestly, I can't tell you she's a bad person because I don't know her.
So listen, it's a brand new year. I'm so happy that you're joining me right now because you had such a successful 2018, and now, like I said, it's a fresh new slate. What are your plans for this year? What do you see yourself doing? Do you have a fight upcoming, or what's your status right now? Where are you at?
Oh, I'm going to be super busy this year. So once this fight, I'm going to have a fight with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. In March. I can't release the date. I don't know. I can't say exact date because it's the beginning of March. And my opponent is still pending. That will be happening in March. In April 13th, I'll be fighting Muay Thai in Las Vegas with Triumph. And then after that, I believe it's going to be in Big Duh. So I'll have a bare knuckle fight, then I'll have a Muay Thai fight, then I'll have an MMA fight.
Is that something that you personally want to do? Is that something that your coach? Is that something that Dewey wanted you to do? How did you come up with doing 3 different sports this year?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Well, was this your decision to do this? Try, Muay Thai, MMA, and the bare knuckle, or was it, Dewey and your coaches?
Was that my choice, you said?
Yeah, was it your choice to do these, different competitions?
Absolutely. I want to stay busy, and I just feel like in order to stay busy, I can do all of them. You know what I mean? I've been practicing my everything, my Muay Thai, my boxing, everything.
No,
so I'm ready for it all.
I saw that you tweet with Shannon Knapp. Where did you guys leave off after your last Invicta fight? The door is still open?
Yeah, I have one more fight with him.
Oh, nice.
In a contract.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, obviously, the big talk with me and you going into, the end of last year was this fight with Bec Rawlings. You really wanted that fight. You were aiming for it. What happened?
And they're fighting in Mexico, so they probably had to get a girl from Mexico to fight that. I know I should be the one fighting that, but, I'm not going to sit and cry about it. I'll get her next time. She needs another warm-up fight. I don't blame her. She fights me. However, fighter she's fighting right now is nothing compared to me. So she's trying to hold on to that belt. They're trying to promote themselves. She's a bigger name. She has a lot. She's been in the UFC. She has so much more, following behind her. I understand what they're doing. Go in there, knock someone else out again in the first round. Most likely, and then more eyes will come on me. Then we're gonna fight. So I'm pretty sure after this fight, and you know what? I'm actually going for Bec Rawlings this fight. I want her to beat this girl so we can meet sometime in the middle of the year.
So that's the game plan. That's what you want to do. You want to get Bec to win. You obviously need to win, and then you do want to get the bare knuckle boxing fight halfway through this year. That's definitely the plan.
That is, yeah. I would want it already. Everyone knows that. I've been calling her out, talking shit to her, trying to do everything I can just to get her to, demand to fight with me. But again, like I said, she needs a warm-up fight before she gets with me.
So for everybody that didn't get to see bare knuckle boxing, what is it about that promotion that you like the most? Because it really blew up this year, and you were pretty lucky to get signed over there along with a lot of other bigger names. Bare knuckle boxing blew up this year.
Oh, I know. No, it's awesome. I actually like it a lot, and I feel like the fights end faster. You got to be more careful, you know what I mean? But I just feel it's less work. In the fight, I'm training my ass off. Everybody knows that, you know what I mean? Training my ass off, but in the fight, it ends quick. Because I know, like, my power, bare knuckle, these girls are not going to be able to withstand that. They better be testing in their teeth, that's for sure. The promotion also takes care of us, like better than anyone else I've been with before. I'm super happy about it.
So I've been. No, finish up.
Oh yeah, so they take care of me. Like even when I weighed in, when I didn't have an opponent, they gave me my full check. Like they make sure that they compensate us for what we're doing. And they don't take lightly our training, or if a fighter didn't show up and, we weighed in and everything. They're paying us, so they're good to me, and I don't plan on going anywhere.
Yeah, that's professional, and I really think this promotion is going to have an even better year this year, especially with a lot of the fighters that they have. Now, moving forward with our interview, obviously I love your Instagram. I love what you do on social media, and I say this on a lot of interviews where we're in the entertainment era of combat sports. So it's like you go in there, you get a win, and it's just as important to go on social media and kind of build an audience on there. You just hit 15,000 followers on Instagram. I gotta congratulate you there.
Thank you. Yeah, the bare knuckle blew up, and just the knockout that I had was great, and I put a lot of, when I'm not training, I'm putting work into my social media, I'm on there talking to people all day. Like, I am, conversating, getting personal with every single person, unless they're douchebags. Then I just cuss them out and block them. You know what I mean? So, Yes, and that's very important for for all the young fighters, to be out there talking to people, getting themselves known, being positive. People don't want to hear negative shit, so getting out there, showing, what we do, and just showing our hard work and stuff, and people appreciate it and are inspired by it. And I love it. It's deepening.
And another thing that I love about you, not only do you keep things 100, which I gotta respect. A lot of people keep how they feel inside. They don't like, being honest with themselves. And honestly, not many people out there outside of the fight world and any pocket of human race, people just they're so quiet. They don't keep things real. They're not honest with themselves, and that's something that you do. But also, you have a funny side too. You and is it your girlfriend or your fiance?
It's actually my wife. We've been married like 4 years.
Oh, wow. You're always picking on her.
Yeah.
You're always surprising her with something, picking on her, beating her up in bed. I love that. How does she feel about that? She's always got to, stay on her toes around you.
Yeah. That's what I think keeps her around. Because I'm always surprising her, always, playing around with her. I look serious, I look mean, but I'm really a, chill person, loving and joking around when I'm not, training. When it comes to training, I'm very serious, and it's, no playing or anything. But outside of that, I do my best to have fun.
What did you guys do for Christmas and New Year's?
I'm sorry?
What did you guys get done for Christmas and New Year's? How was your Christmas and the start of the New Year?
Yeah, it was good. I don't really like the holidays too much. So I try to play it for her because she loves it. You know what I mean? I don't really care for them. I just like, oh, you're messing up my training, and all this food and all this crap is messing up my focus. But, we had fun. We bought each other stuff and, traded gifts and showed appreciation for each other.
Are you somebody that likes to do like New Year's resolutions? And if so, what is your New Year's resolution?
So I use it for like a reset. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have a resolution. I just kind of reevaluate the year and try to improve on things. With, like, be truthful with myself. Like, oh, you screwed up here, you screwed up there. You're doing bad here, you're doing good here. Make things, my weaknesses stronger and my strengths stronger. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I use the year, New Year's thing.
What's going on at the gym? You train alongside a lot of big names. You train alongside, Kevin Lee. Your coach is absolutely huge. Did you guys celebrate at the gym for New Year's or Christmas? You guys do anything cool like that there?
Oh, did we do anything? No, we didn't. We trained.
Just another day.
Yeah, we trained, dude. This is a lifestyle. We live this every single day. That's what I love about this team. Black Cobra Striking Systems. It's pure. Like, real. It's not like, oh, we're training for the camera, or we're training for whatever. This is like every day. Like Dewey Cooper, I got just amazing athletes around me and coaches, like elite fighters, coaches, like champion mindset. I love it.
So moving forward, before we end here, I gotta ask you. You come out with a lot of new designs and stuff throughout the year. Where can people get some of your apparel? Because I got to get my hands on some.
Oh man, I'm gonna make some. I'm actually gonna put up because camp starts actually on tomorrow. Actually.
Oh, nice.
Should be out tomorrow.
So you get a cupcake right now, a little treat before you got to go in on it.
No. I do like a pre-fight camp, like where I start to get ready for fight camp, and I'm in that pre-stage where it's already like I'm getting my mind honed in and focused to where no mistakes right now with food.
My last question to you right now. Obviously, you're a huge fan of music, especially you like to represent it on your Instagram when I tune in there. What's been your hottest track that you've been listening to lately that people can go check out if they're going to the gym right now?
Oh, let me see here. Hold on. Let's see. Well, my favorite one for like working out right now, it gets me pumped up is, let's see, For Real. It's not new. It's a little bit older. Rich, For Real. I I walk out to that too, but I use that all the time to get me going in the gym.
Any new tattoos? You gonna get any new tattoos this year?
New tattoos?
Yeah.
Maybe soon. I need to finish all my work, but I'm concentrating more on the fight right now and getting ready.
You got to get a face tattoo, Misfit.
A face tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Right above your eyebrow.
If you saw like 22, 23, yeah, I might do something that crazy, but the next tattoo is my 20s. Now they go to the face. I'm good.
Misfit, I want to thank you so much for joining me once again here. This is really my last question before I let you go. Chris Cyborg and Amanda Nunes, what did you think about that fight? Do you think Chris deserves the rematch? Very last question.
Yeah, thank you for asking, man. My heart was broken when that shit happened, but, props to Amanda. She came out and did her job. Yeah, she deserves a damn rematch. She's like the queen of everybody. I don't care if she still is. I think Amanda Nunes, I don't know if they're just using, her saying that she won't get the rematch, just for clickbait type, stuff. But if she doesn't get the rematch, I won't respect her at all. I think Chris came, when she fought Holly Holm, I was like, okay, damn, Holly Holm's going to be the one to beat her because Cyborg's so wild. But then Carrillo got her so tight. She was so technical. I was like, holy shit. Like, she really, tightened up her game and, didn't go all Cyborg. You know what I mean? Her original, old school self. And in this fight, I think she fought with so much emotion that she went back to her old style, but you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, she was so tight. If she would have fought her like she fought Holly Holm, she would have destroyed Amanda. But I think her emotion and her ego got in the way. But I don't think that would happen again. So, I think Amanda Nunes, if she's smart, she won't give her that rematch on a business side, because then it'll just take away her credit pretty much. So she's got good people backing her and telling her what to do. But on the other hand, if she's a true warrior and a fighter, then she'll give her that rematch and show that, she handled that and it wasn't just a fluke.
Misfit, I want to thank you so much once again for joining us here on Pure Evo MMA. You know what we like to do at this point in the interview. If you have any sponsors, any shout-outs, anything at all, the floor is now all yours.
I want to give a shout-out to my team, Black Cobra Strength Systems, my coach, Lee Cooper, my strength conditioning coach, David Hayes, all my teammates, Sin City Vapor, 100% Violent, Try Me Clothing, and Never Tap.
Thank you so much, Misfit. We'll talk to you soon, and we wish you best of skill moving forward.
Thank you for having me.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
There you guys go. Misfit Ferea now upcoming for the next interview. We got Terry Phoenix Cartwright. Let's see if he can call in right now. Call me, bro. Call me, bro. Now, this kid's got an amazing story, but really quick, before we get into this story with Terry, big shout out to Misfit Ferea, because I really wanted to see her fight Bec Rawlings over at the bare knuckle boxing promotion. I thought that was the only fight that they could match her up with. Now, understand the business side, where it's like, all right, let's match her up one more time. We're going to be going down, what'd you say, New Mexico. Let's build up Bec a little bit. And then if Misfit wins her next fight, then we'll set it up. But with how much attention that fight got for Misfit, getting the knockout over Tate, I was kind of shocked that they didn't match her up with Bec moving forward if they want to promote their promotion. I think the promotion is doing an amazing job. This adds more anticipation, more excitement. Now I have even more of a reason to tune in and root for Misfit. I have more of a reason, like she said, to root for Bec Rawlings moving forward. You want Bec to keep doing good. You want her to be successful over there. She's a huge name. She's driving that promotion for the females. So let's see. No response yet from Terry. Terry, man, give me a call, bro. You guys can follow Misfit on Twitter At Christine Ferea. That's CHRISTINEFEREA. Also on Instagram. Same thing. Christine Ferea. And I love what she's able to do with the social media side of things. I think that's a big part of this day and age when it comes to combat sports, when it really comes to any sport, but more so for MMA, because you got to look at it like our sport really grew up on the internet with the underground forums and like that. That's why we have so many fans online. And to be real, a lot of the diehards aren't too happy about that shift of, fighters. Some fighters they're not themselves. They try to act like Conor McGregor. People say it about Kevin Lee. I think Kevin Lee, that's his personality. And I think a lot of fighters are realizing that this is a new era. Look at what happened to Whitey Mouse. He was trying everything he could. They gave him a seasoned Ultimate Fighter. He was going there getting flying arm bars, choking out black belts. And still people weren't tuning in. What is going on? They like seeing fighters promote themselves. But then you have somebody like Colby Covington, and he takes it a little bit too far as the heel, and it kind of whips him back in the face and sets him back. Christine Ferea has such a nice balance. I think there's a lot of women out there and men that can relate to her and feel her struggle of trying to be number one in the sport. It's a very tough sport when you have all these new faces of females in the last couple of years coming out of Invicta, coming out of all these promotions. Look, they just had Bellator just went down to Hawaii to promote Alina McFarland. I was just at PFL to see what's our girl's name? Oh, I can't think of her name. Oh, you guys are gonna kill me right now. Wow, big brain fart. But the girl over at PFL right now, they said, oh my God, it's gonna drive me nuts if I don't think of her name right now. Let's look it up. PFL female fighter. Oh my God. Somebody help me out right now. I'm going to be so mad if I can't remember her name. Christina. Wow. Kayla Harrison. There it is. Kayla Harrison. There are a lot of females in the sport right now. And if you go back 10 years, no one would ever have seen them opening up the females for the UFC. Bare knuckle boxing. How cool is how our sport's really blossoming on ESPN last night? You know how huge that is? And I gotta say, I really enjoyed the ESPN Plus app. $5 for the month, $4.99 for the month. You have last night after the fights, I actually watched like UFC 66, Tito Ortiz versus Chuck Liddell, 2 on there. It's actually really neat seeing that, and it's a lot cheaper than having UFC Fight Pass. Now, here's another thing. If Terry doesn't call, I got to end on this note. Here's another thing about everything with the ESPN era. I have to take back what I was saying about this not being a good idea to grow the sport if you want to get new fans, because we saw last night, even though it was on ESPN Plus, they had the prelims on ESPN. You had Cowboy Cerrone on there, put on a phenomenal performance. You had JoJo go on there, put on a phenomenal performance. It couldn't have gone any better. I rated it a 9 out of 10. I did the recap show down below. You can find it on YouTube at youtube.com/PureEvilMMA. Also, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. Here, let me pull you guys in to the big screen. I don't think Terry's going to call in. Very unfortunate. I was looking forward to him sharing his story. No word. No word from Terry. We're getting the cold shoulder. You guys can still give him a follow at the_Phoenix04. I gotta cut the stream, guys. A little disappointing that he didn't call in here. We're supposed to call him 13 minutes ago. No word. So it is what it is. I'm Evil Eddie from Pure Evil MMA, guys. White Knuckles Leon. Remember, without evil, there's no purity. Behave yourselves.